Class, raise your hand if you enjoy the new Marvel Zombies PvE game mode. I'm hitting her! Dad! I can't survive for any longer than 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, fuck! Since the extension of this game mode and the success of this game mode has helped this game stay afloat, and the game creators have already discussed other PvE game modes, I thought it'd be fun to talk about what the next game mode could be. First up, we have one that the creators already said themselves, which is X-Men versus the Sentinels. And unlike Marvel Zombies, you could easily make it a 6-player game mode with already having characters like Wolverine, Magneto, Storm, and Psylocke in the game, with the addition of Gambit and Rogue coming in Season 5. It'd be really cool to fight a mega-sized boss that size is meant to be mega-sized and not given massive height like Namor and Scarlet Witch just to make them threatening. Also, think about getting a whole new map animated to look like it's from X-Men 97 inside of Marvel Rivals. Maybe even opening up the door to get some skins from X-Men 97 since we haven't yet. Well, kind of. There was that one Magneto skin. The other PvE scenario the creators talked about was an Age of Ultron game mode, where you could easily start that game mode like Marvel Zombies, fighting off robot versions of the heroes that are selected, which we already have a wide variety of in the game to choose from, plus Ant-Man and Wasp have to be around the corner to be added. You can even add characters that aren't in the game as robots to fight off too. I hope they're not opposed to creating models for characters that aren't being added soon yet. That would be cool. But then you could have the boss man Ultron show up himself and be impossible to beat for about 30 minutes like they did with Scarlet Witch before you could actually take him down. Just say screw and give him the same red glowing hue that Scarlet Witch had. Give him the eye laser beams and the hand beams and make him able to withstand any ability from any character. There should be some sort of first stage force field bubble you have to break through to get to Ultron himself, and working together would be the best way to do so. The stage after the first one of Ultron would be full out power mode from him, where he just goes after you and completely wipes out your team over and over and over again, becoming basically impossible to beat, having to beat out the timer until the ally NPC, the Vision, shows up to save the day. Stage 3 will be the ticking time bomb, where after you flip the switch, Ultron himself becomes the bomb. Get your licks in before he explodes, or you'll be sent to Valhalla with Jane Foster. I fear this next one is a very easy sell. I mean, come on, you add NPC Chitauri, you make a map for New York, and you add the 6 Avengers you already have in your game. Like, come on, let's be honest. I don't know why you wouldn't do this. You could even make your own Avengers scene that I'm showing now. You have the 6 Avengers that you need in your game. You have the God of Mischief himself, Loki. And all you gotta do is program it to be like that one Mysterio boss fight in that Spider-Man 2 game that came out a few years ago. I feel like the main general audience doesn't know the real abilities of Loki, the God of Mischief. Like, he's an illusionist. He normally tickles your brain and messes with your head. And these days, I just see him plastered in green wearing horny helmets, wielding knives. Knives. Whatever you do, please don't give him knives. Give us some cool illusions to get geeked over. Speaking of Spider-Man on the PlayStation, we desperately need a 1v6 Spider-Man versus the Sinister 6 PvE game mode. Unless you want to find ways to add characters and have it make sense, I feel like this should totally be a 1v6 type of thing, where if you're good at Spider-Man, you will be complimented dearly with this game mode, and if you suck at him, you can either get good at him or you can miss out completely. But the Sinister Six are one of the biggest villain teams in the entire Marvel history, and I feel like they desperately need to be shown in Marvel Rivals. There's no way we're gonna get 6 members of the Sinister Six villains added to Marvel Rivals anytime soon. But this will be a way to show off their creativity in adding bosses into the game of character models that aren't in the game yet for us to play. And the team roster could consist of so many different villains. We just got a leak not too long ago of some concept art of characters, and there's plenty on there. That could be a hint towards it. Otherwise, we could get the version from the PlayStation game, we could get a version from the comics, we could get a version from the television shows. We could get anything. Although I think leaving Mr. Negative off of it would be cool, because that is strictly PlayStation exclusive right now. And to be honest, I need to see Doc Ock on that list. He is a must-have, a terrifying threat to Spider-Man. And for my next option, whether it makes continuity sense with the game or not, I have Fantastic Four still fresh on my mind, so I want anything I can get out of this now. The team versus Galactus was definitely the highlight of the movie. It was a terrifying presence and a good foe for them to fight for their first movie, and they pulled it off well. It would also be another chance to see this absolutely beautiful design for Galactus once again. The one downside I will admit for this scene in the movie was that there was a lack of coherent teamwork. Giving us this game mode would give us the chance to make that change ourselves and work together as a team to take down Galactus as the Fantastic Four. This would obviously be a 4-person game mode, and with the help of AI Herbie to help you and the objective to protect the child at all costs, I think this could be one of the coolest boss fight game modes since Fortnite Galactus back in 20 whenever the hell that was. Holy shit, I yapped for so long. Look at the clock, it's clobbering time. Okay, there's a lot of Spider-Man on this list, but we absolutely would dig a Spider Society game mode, especially around the time Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is set to come out. Give us a game mode where we can play as Spider-Man, Penny Parker, or different variants of Spider-Man, i.e. we get Gwen, Miles, Spider-Punk, and they're all just different skins, but they all play as Spider-Man. So we can at least get the feeling that we're playing as different Spider-Man from the Spider Society, fighting different interdimensional variants of our villains. We already have a skin for Spider-Punk. Making one for Miles is pretty easy. Just make a base skin and make it red and black. Or better yet, give it that Man-Spider suit that's incomplete and make that black and red. Spider-Gwen, white, pink, and black. If they were generous, they could give us Ben Reilly. Otherwise, just give me the T-Rex Spider-Man. Last but not least, we should get a PvE game mode about the Inhumans. I'm just kidding, nobody cares about the Inhumans. What we really need is for Marvel Rivals to release the real hero out of the pact. The greatest hero to ever be created by Marvel Studios themselves. A character that I bet half of you don't even know that could be added to Marvel Rivals by tomorrow. Who needs Gambit and Rogue when you have the man, the myth, the bot, the legend himself, Baymax?
Whoa, hold up. Focus.
Hear me out on this one, alright guys? Imagine how cool it would be to get a solo combat fighting course as Baymax to test out his cool ass abilities that you probably wouldn't be able to use all of in-game. Set up some sort of skill tree for himself so he can learn more and more abilities as you train on as him. And add a flight course in there, obviously, so we can fly across the Golden Gate Bridge the same way he does and get to experience flying as Baymax. Our favorite Marvel character you didn't know was Marvel, or that could be added into this game. I'm not making this up, by the way. He can be added into this game. He is a property of Marvel. But switch it up on him. Big Hero 6 was such an underrated, beautiful movie that still is not appreciated to this day. I would love to see a map set in San Francisco where you can go adventure and fly over all of the monuments from Big Hero 6 and the beautiful scenery they had set up in that movie, as well as go travel to the Golden Gate Bridge itself. Imagine the pride of absolutely screwing up your flight pattern but still absolutely bombing that landing after weaving by traffic, putting children's lives in danger. Now that right there sounds like the thrill of a lifetime, and exactly why I think Baymax should be added and get his own personal course in the game. And if you want to make a PvE, just make it so there's a boss fight at the end where he fights the big villain. Like, subscribe, and comment for a part 2. Go join the Discord and watch me live on Twitch at Vanexx Official.